on YouTube from past, present, and the future. We are here on the congregation couch. I am the P.I.M.P, aka the Presidential Intellectual Masculinity Perceived. This is my comrade and partner in crime and doing things that rhyme, Pastor Marquise Combs.
Appreciate that introduction, man. God created mankind, so everything was good already. And then, while everything was good, he decided to create mankind in his own image.
His own image. We're going to start it off from the very beginning on what I believe to be what started all the simp things going on, the anti-pimp way, the anti-dip on your chip way, you know what I'm saying? The things that get you where you want to go, get you in your move and your groove. Adam fell us all, baby, and I'm here to let y'all know that the pimp way is on the way. You understand me? This 1100 famous, I'm say it right here with this pimping house. You know what I'm saying? This dip on my chip go long, understand me?
It go long.
It go long and strong, understand me, pal? Go long and strong, huh, baby?
We still,
you understand me,
this
pal?
guy right here, he still
understand me,
we
pal?
got to pray. We got to pray just to make it today.
We got to pray just to make it today.
I own food with them canteen of things, pal. I eat them big chips, you understand me? I like a lot of dip, pal.
Maggi onion soup and Nestle reduced cream for the freshest, creamiest dip.
A whole lot of dip on my chip.
We're going to try to get back to this verse. He showed out every now and then. We got to wait on him sometime, but we're going to get back to the word.
So, hey, I let them scoop, Pastor.
Verse 2. Verse 2. That's what happened when the word try to go forth. Somebody always trying to talk.
Hey, big grab, Pastor. Hey, you know the big grab?
We never know how the show gonna go. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him a moment.
Big grab, Pastor. Hey, Pastor, hold it.
Lord help. Verse 2.
I want all of it, Pastor. All of it.
Verse 2.
Understand me?
There's a scripture that says, "What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?"
This is a lesson for y'all simps out here, as far as the perspective of keeping your whole organization in order, understand me? When you start simping, aka within the context of a man and a woman, Pastor, when you start trying to chase your woman and validate her and please her, what you don't understand, simp, is you actually putting that woman above the Lord. You don't know that at the time, but that's what you're doing. You know what's going to happen? You guaranteed to lose the woman. You're going to lose the woman because you put the woman above the Lord. So if
without
you go,
divine order.
Understand me?
Yeah.
So the Lord go take her from you. You think you're doing the right thing by worshiping her and laying out the red carpet for no reason whatsoever. Whatsoever, she ain't earned none of that. You just doing because you feel like it's the right thing to do, and the Lord go take you from her. I ain't seen one simp out here right now, Pastor, who is still winning. Every simp right now in 2022, Pastor, taking L's, big L's, Pastor. They losing everything they got, including the woman. Understand me?
If at any moment your voice raises to a higher octave than a bass, you are no longer pimping, you simping.
Is it just about the voice, or is it what? Sometimes
I use the voice as an analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta be loud and thunderous. Understand me?
I mean, a roar and a scream is two different things. You understand me?
Hey, that's a good analogy, pimp.
You hear me?
That's a good analogy, church. A roar and a scream is two different things. Understand me? That roar go come from deep in the belly. Understand me?
Yeah, I love to hear a man roar. What a man roar, boy, that made me sit down somewhere. You hear me?
Like a lion.
You know, and if you know me, you understand me. It's a little hard to make me sit down somewhere. But if I hear Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Yeah, Mufasa. I'm gonna sit my ass down somewhere.
Just tingles me.
Yeah, something about that does something to me. Yes, Lord.
All right, first man. I apologize for the delay. Understand me? Had some technical difficulties there, man. Let a let a comrade borrow my camera. Understand me? I've been up here fighting with it. Had to restart my computer and restart the camera, restart a bunch of things. Understand me? We're back in this thing. Understand me? You in this thing?
Dip on your chip.
Get a little bit. Kind of come down through there, nice as cream. Understand me? So, if you can hear me loud and clear, put a 1 in the chat. Understand me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Understand me? Waiting for the people to come on in here. Get yourself settled in. Understand me? Once again, apologies for the delay. That's my borrow my camera, man. Had my settings all jacked up. It wasn't looking as crisp as I wanted it to, so I had to go ahead and do a little maintenance, understand me? But like we good to go. Go ahead and get started with the show. Once again, the link is at the top, understand me? If you want to lock in, you want to chime in, you want to come, let your voice be heard, understand me? Don't hesitate. Click the link. All voices are welcome, understand me? Tonight's show will be a good one, if you ask me. It's gonna be a good show tonight. Let's go put some things that I think most men need to chime into. They might not be aware of it, but this pretty much applies all men, young and old, understand me? This game right here gonna be good as gold, understand me? Hey, Mill say I need to go and get paid, understand me? We over here with these Tap the Rockies, understand me? You know what I'm saying? All right, we go ahead and get into the show, man. What is the friend zone, understand me? Whew. In y'all opinion, before I chime in on it, what does the church think? Before I go and get my answer, what does the church think about the friend zone, understand me? What is y'all definition, understand me? What does the congregation, understand me, think about the friend zone? What is it, understand me? What exactly is the friend zone? Let's see here. Oh, I agree, sir. I wholeheartedly agree, understand me? Man, you try to get a little bit too much of that friend zone, understand me? You know what I'm saying? You gonna hear a bunch of, you understand me? You ain't gonna hear none of this music right here. You ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna be powering up on them boys. Understand me? You gonna be going out, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you gonna hear a bunch of this right here.
Fatality.
Ain't gonna be dead in the game, understand me? Ain't gonna be good for you, sir. It ain't gonna be good for you, understand me? They ain't gonna be mad, you gonna be up here like that. Just a sad case. Just a sad case, man. I'm trying to have you out here listening to this music right here, baby. We have some people chime in, understand me? So basically what the friend zone is it's, let me preface this with that, right? And I understand people have different opinions on this subject, understand me? But by no means, don't take this the wrong way. But God did not design men and women. Understand me? And we gonna get some biblical text at the end. I ain't looked at the word, but we gonna see. Somebody for me go in while you're watching this, start looking up the Bible verse and see what it says about men and women being friends. Understand me? But understand me? The woman was created to be the help me. Understand me? That don't mean friends. Understand me? By my recollection, understand me? Help me don't equal friend. Understand me? So what we have to understand is this. The friend zone is the place that women put men that they don't like that. Like she really don't fool with you, man. Like for real. She'll deal with you because she may be useful in some aspects. She may be able to get some favors out of it. She may need you. She may be able to rely on you when she in a tough spot, or she down and out. And it's always gonna be one way though. You'll never really get what you want out of the situation as a man chilling and residing and comfortable with the friend zone. Understand me? Why is this? Because the men that are in the friend zone are the men that women don't respect. Those are the men they don't really like. Those are the men that they just kind of tolerate because every now and then she may need somebody to give her some empty comfort, so to speak. Tell her things she want to hear, whether they're true or false. Because she knows the guy in the friend zone always go let her know that she's the most beautiful queen to be. Understand me? He gonna be the one that always up over, you know what I'm saying? Always, I don't think he got to say for her. Every time she asks him a question, he always gonna respond with this. He ain't got nothing to say. It's always the right answer with the simp. And if you agree to be in the friend zone, make no mistake, sir. You are a simp. We already had a live show about the simp and how you don't want to be that guy. Understand me? Let me see. We got a lady, one of the BBWs, understand me? Is a one-sided romantic interest with no opportunity or chance of a relationship. Mr. Nice Guy, understand me? That don't sound like a place you want to be, understand me? So the friend zone is basically somewhere you stuck, you spinning your wheels. You'll never get where you want to go with that woman. You always gonna be stuck like Chuck, understand me? It's never going to get the results you want to get. You're just gonna be there, reside, have a seat, grab a Snickers, understand me? I ain't got that sound effect yet. Let me see what I do got. You're gonna have a bunch of this though. You're gonna be real sad like this and suffer a lot of this right here.
Emotional damage.
Unfortunate. So tonight's show is about not only how do you get there, how to get out, understand me? How to never go back, understand me? So if you're a man, even women, right? Women can be in the friend zone sometimes, but it's very rare. If a woman's in the friend zone, that means she just all the way out of bounds with that dude. She didn't want to do it. They don't like her whatsoever. And it's way more obvious when the dude don't like the woman than the other way around. Because men are naturally inclined to try to, quote unquote, save the day, understand me? So it's real difficult for him not to process that this woman don't like him when he ain't getting no nookie, understand me? You know what I'm saying? She'll, every time you interact with her, she gonna become you. You know what I'm saying? You got to come up with something like this, understand me?
Insert cash or select payment type.
Very unfortunate. Man, she always gonna have a hand out for something. Man, you gonna be useful in that way, sir. And you may not necessarily think it's a bad thing because she feel like you're a nice guy, right? You feel like it's the right thing to do. You don't even think it's anything necessarily wrong with it because, once again, you're a nice guy. And there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy, but you gotta be doing it for the right reasons, understand me? If you are being a nice guy and hoping of getting something out of it, understand me? Only thing that's gonna happen is you're just gonna be upset and sad. And every time it be a hostile situation, you're gonna be feeling like this.
He needs some milk.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got nothing but that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to have nothing but this, baby. Dip on your chip. I don't want you out here feeling sad, baby. I want you to come through there half stepping so you don't hear nothing but this coming through. And it's all good, baby. You come in there, you know, strutting your stuff, feeling like $1 million, understand me? You ain't got to worry about that friend zone, man. She gonna treat you like a king, man. That's just what it is, man. You shouldn't have to be dealing with all this nonsense, man. You should only deal with women who like you. That's we gonna get into how you stay out of it, but the best way to avoid the friend zone is never get in the first place. Understand me? So, hope everybody understood. We kind of broke that down real nice and creamy, understand me? The friend zone is the place you don't want to be. For men, you don't want to go there, don't want to be there. Never in life do you want to be in the friend zone, man. It's not a good spot for you ever. Understand me? All right. So here's the best question of it all. If it sounds so bad, why do men volunteer for it? Understand me? I don't get it. Well, I do get it because I did it myself before. I'll tell you my story and why I did it. Understand me? This is what happens, right? So, like I said, we already talked about how men are conditioned to be, they want to please women and they want to be good stewards and good service. We're naturally inclined to please and take care of and provide for women, right? The issue is in today's society, in 2022, taking care of a woman just because she's pretty and just because you think you like her and just because she may be what you think in your head for as your wife or whatever you want her to be for you, that is not necessarily a good reason or a good enough reason to take care of her wholeheartedly. Let me explain this. You need to process and assess, and conduct yourself like a Fortune 500 company, understand me? You are the CEO of this Fortune 500 company, understand me? Your wife is a high-ranking member of the board of directors, understand me? She is extremely valuable to your company, but she also has a job to do. Before you start thinking about this is my woman, or this is my wife, or this is my bae, or this is my old lady, whatever you want to call her, she has to prove her value first. You shouldn't be volunteering to do anything for a woman who has not proven her value in that capacity first. And I'm not saying you can't love a woman. I'm not saying you can't give her everything she wants. You should give her anything and everything her heart's desires if she's doing what you need her to do. And that's a big if. The problem comes in it is that men, number one, they're not putting themselves in the position to demand anything from anyone, let alone a woman. That's number one. Number two, they are not conditioned to even think about conducting themselves as a CEO or a boss of their own company. And when I say boss of your own company, we're talking about your life. It doesn't matter if you work a job. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be a boss of your life. And every man should be the boss of his home. And if you can't conduct yourself as the boss of your home, then maybe you aren't fit to be the boss of anything, let alone a woman. Get yourself in a position where you're not feeling apprehensive about taking on the role of decision of boss, aka provider, leader, guider, director of your family. God Almighty will give you all the instructions you need. you disseminate those instructions to your family or the woman that's on your board of directors, aka your wife. You give her those instructions and she gives them to the kids. She gives them to the children. That's how it works. That's the hierarchy. This is what God told us to do. The reason why your marriage failed, male, man, woman, is because you didn't follow the instructions of God that are given to us from the beginning of time. It's not even about man, woman. It's about energy of masculinity and femininity. Those energies are designed to attract each other, nothing more. Those energies will always work if you use them. Let's see. We got the comment section going ham a little bit. Understand me? Meals on Wheels said, I don't think that's the original plan. It's just some most men settle for. Yeah, men have been conditioned to settle, quote unquote, because they haven't put in the work to demand anything else. I've done that myself. I've been in some settled situations. I think we all have, because nobody was there to teach us, right? So I did the work to learn what I needed to learn. I've been able to process and get the results I want to get tangibly and sustain this for a pretty good amount of time, understand me? And from here on out, I haven't really had any, it's been a long time since I had women issues, man. I can't even remember last time I really had to just really get in the weeds with a woman I was romantically involved with. Every now and then I might, have a couple stern words. And if I have to continue talking to a woman for longer than maybe once or twice, then I have to let her go because she's not understanding for whatever reason. And that's okay. I'm not here to be a dictator or nothing. She is free to go whenever she's ready. Nobody's held hostage here. I mean, you have to be in a strong enough position in your masculine energy to know when a woman's out of bounds, when she's coming at you with, quote unquote, they call them the shit test, whatnot. When she's constantly testing your frame as a man, and she's really trying to gather information to see if you really is as masculine or as strong as man she thought she was. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the nature of women. She doesn't know if you're really strong enough to lead her, so that she has to do little stuff every now and then to see if you can really hold frame. And if you can't hold frame with her, how she expect you to hold frame with another dude? This ain't gonna happen. Got a comment from Meals on Wheels. I agree with this statement wholeheartedly. If you haven't done the work to put yourself in position, then you're gonna deal with the slippery slope of simping, understand me? Better rhyme, understand me? All right. So we went over why men volunteer for it. Now we're gonna get into why the women put men in it, understand me? So once you volunteer for the friend zone, she will keep you there as long as you volunteer. Because look at it like this, right? Who's gonna turn down free favors that she literally don't have to do nothing for other than just exist? Oh, Lord have mercy. Almost had a whole situation over here. Who would turn down free stuff, man? Everybody's free stuff, but especially a feminine individual. I've been in a situation where I had some women who wanted to give me some free stuff, and I felt like they was kind of, purchasing my love, so to speak. And I told them to take it back to the store because I felt like they was doing too much. And this was a nice lady. She's pretty. Don't talk too much no more. She settled for a simp, understand me? But hey, and that's her own words. She called him a sucker. I asked her how she was doing one day, and she said verbatim, I'm dealing with this sucker over here. Like, oh, Lord, have mercy. But hey, she married that sucker. That's her heart. I wish them well. Couldn't be me, but hey, it is. So women put men in the friend zone because, like I said, they don't like them like that. No woman is putting a man that she actually is interested in romantically. She's not putting him in the friend zone. It just not happening. Never. And a comment from Meals on Wheels. Let me see. Said, if I was a female, I would put as many ninjas in the friend zone that I could while she turned down free stuff, having to do nothing. Hey, and Meals on Wheels, you got a good point there. I think that's actually going on with the baddies, the quote unquote IG models, the ones that's really out here, moving and shaking. Got men out here, nose wide open, eyes wide shut. Understand me? That's exactly what they're doing. These women really getting paid. What do you think? OnlyFans? OnlyFans is nothing more than women with millions of men in the friend zone. They get to send her money and watch her, play with herself, and maybe get it on with another guy. But they themselves will never touch it in life. Lord have mercy. Why don't we put them in the friend zone? Because it's profitable. Because it gets them paid. Free money and assets. Understand me? Nico Ma, KMA, my bad. Say Nico Ma, KMA. Hey, it's definitely the hustle right now. Understand me? It's definitely going down in the DM. And hey, I've done my fair share of, reaching out to a couple of baddies. You know what I'm saying? I dabbled and dabbled in it a couple of times, but I had to let that type of activity go. Understand me? It was always a net loss, never a net gain. When I asked the women that's the quote unquote baddies what they can do for me, or do for a man in general, they never had a legitimate answer. And if they did have an answer, they never followed up on it. They'll speak a good game, but I've never seen them actually produce any tangible results as far as what they actually could do tangibly for a man. And when I say tangibly, I'm not even necessarily talking about money. I'm talking about anything. Like, be useful in a way other than just looking good. And they never could. Shoot, understand me? Hey, it's going down in DM, baby. I don't recommend it, because you definitely go hear a bunch of this.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I don't recommend that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, baby. I'm just here to provide y'all the advice, man. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to take that advice and apply it and actually use it to help your situation out, man. All I can do is tell you based on what I did and what happened for me through this game, understand me? And what I'm using now is 100% effective. It ain't failed yet. And we talking about good 5 or 6 years straight, man. It's been 100% effective. But do what you want to. It's a free country, man. I ain't here to tell y'all what to do. I'm just here to give you advice, man. How can men escape the friend zone, understand me? Now, this is what y'all gotta understand. All right, if you've been watching this live or watching this content at all, understand me, you understand by now the detriments of volunteering to be in the friend zone and the detriments of simping in general. Understand me? So, with that said, the likelihood of you actually escaping the friend zone with a woman you're actively dealing with right now is slim to none. I wouldn't even recommend trying to escape with a woman that you've been simping for and you volunteered for the friend zone with currently. It's going to be very difficult to escape that scenario. She ain't trying to let you out because she's doing everything she needs you to do, and she ain't going to give you nothing in return other than being around. And we said this earlier, Ms. On Will. When we first started the show, I said, hey, the best way to combat the friend zone is never go there in the first place, understand me? But if you find yourself there, let me give y'all some tips, man. This is literally, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did to escape, understand me? But let's go trickle to one of my next stories. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm just going to the story. It's story time, y'all. Give me a moment. Story time, baby. Let's go back 2 or 3 years ago, understand me? Go back 2 or 3 years, understand me? Back when I was still trying to learn, you understand me? I was still processing. I had got myself, first off, you have to do the work to get yourself in a position of value, understand me? Once I did this, I was able to process that the friend zone just wasn't for me. I always had women. I always had access to women, even when I was broke, even when I was sleeping in my car. I still had women that would want to be around and I could lay up with. Understand me? I had women put my bike in the back of their car and thing me. It seemed like I had more women when I was doing worse in life. That's the crazy part about it. And I think about it, I had more women then. I guess because the bar set so low, maybe at a psychological level, they felt more inclined to deal with me because I couldn't demand none of them. That's kind of crazy when I think about it now. I have less women now that are way more successful. But now I got like a higher bar, like, and I got like a dang near a zero tolerance policy when it comes to women and quote unquote acting up. You get it one time, once or twice, maybe at the most, before you give you walking papers. But let's go back 7 years ago. Understand me? I was out here. I was doing everything I told you I had to do. I was volunteering for the friend zone. I was the best guy ever. She can come to me for anything, advice, money. I'll pick up the kids, drop the kids off. You know what I'm saying? The kids need something, I was there. Kids need me to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Anything she need, she got fold up. She got 3 ball tires. I'm buying 5 brand new ones. Understand me? That was me. And I was cool with it because, like I said, I never was in a situation where I didn't have access to women. So I always was messing with somebody. I always had women around anyway, even though I wasn't sleeping with her. I was always sleeping with someone else. So it really didn't want a big deal to me. I didn't really process it. Oh, she misusing me. And the crazy part about it, she came up to me. I have never shot my shot at a woman in my life. Never really had to, but I've always found myself in, about to get some skin situations. Understand me? I don't know what it is. Maybe maybe they think I'm cute, whatever. But that's neither here nor there, right? What I'm saying is, I was there. I was in this situation for like 4 years, right? Back and forth. She'll do something, say something I felt like was kind of disrespectful along the lines of, she'll say, I'll pick her up, drop her off, paying for all the food and drinks, whatever we go out or whatever. And she'll say stuff like, oh, I can't stand dating. And I was like, what do you date? You can't stand dating? What do you think we've been doing for the past 4 years? And that was just one instance of many over the past 4 years. We kind of would break it off, understand me? So fast forward, after I was already got my stuff together. I was on the path to getting it together, understand me? By the time I met her. And like I said, she tried to sit at me, telling I had to go out and have drink stuff. And I'm thinking it's like all the other situations, typical, you know what I'm saying? She'll come out for the draws when eventually. It never happened. Not to say I was looking for it, but I actually was convinced. I was actually convincing myself that I was cool with this scenario without actually even having sex with this woman. We did everything but have. So we laid in the bed naked and cuddled and everything. Not one time, dude. I even pressured her to have sex, right? Because I was a good friend. I was respectful and all that stuff, right? So, we broke it off the last time after we started doing the extra stuff. And then at the time, I was like, I need to solve for this solution because I had got myself together. And this is the one problem I needed to solve. Not to get her, but just, it didn't compute with me for me to be in a position I'm in. Pretty successful relative to other black men in my age at the time. How could a woman ever, in her scenario, by the way, she has, as far as I know, she's okay, but she's never been the most sustainable or suitable financial situation as far as I know. Well, that's neither here nor there. Finances aren't really that important for women anyway, but she was cute enough to get by. But at the time, I'm thinking like, how the hell am I doing all this extra stuff? Hey, hey, Mills, I definitely wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? Up here feeling real salty, you understand me?
I've got balls of steel.
Hey, it's real hard on me, man. So when I finally said, hey, I'm not going for this. Well, I actually Googled, started looking on YouTube, how do women put men in the friend zone, right? At the time, the information, it seemed like when I started studying this and learning it, there was a lot of anger in the demographic. And like all the guys who still mad, they kind of being marginalized, and their content is kind of stayed where it was. But I've always been about solutions. So, eventually I studied enough to where I go, okay, I just processed and understood. I wasn't acting as masculine as I needed to. And I ain't know that being a nice guy for no reason was a bad thing or bad decision. I just feel like, hey, this is what I need to do. This is what I am. I'm a nice guy. Everybody I associate with, I'm nice to and I help out. Not just her. But at a subconscious level, I was doing all that in anticipation of trying to get sex, right? I wasn't gonna come out and say that or disclose that's the reason I'm doing it. But at a subconscious level, that's why any man is dealing with a woman. That's why any man is volunteering for the friend zone. It's really a dishonest act, understand me? And that's why the Lord is allowing me to be punished. That's why I really feel that. I really feel like the Lord is allowing me to be in these bad situations with dealing with this female. Situation I shouldn't even be in. Getting run amok, understand me? And I volunteered for all of it. So it really wasn't her fault. She's had guys in the friend zones all her life, man, like at least her adult life. So this is nothing new for her. It's just what she does. So once I really processed and got things in order, and as I said, can you escape? Yes. But you have to detach yourself from that woman for a while. She has to kind of miss you, for so to speak. And while she's away, or while you're away from her, really, you have to be doing a bunch of work to process and get yourself in a better position. And once you come back with this newfound mentality, she's gonna think you're a new guy, even though you're the same guy. She's gonna view you as someone else, right? So, and that's exactly what happened. So, story time. I'm going to hit the harp again for y'all. We still continue, right? So, one fateful night, one Sunday fun day, understand me? We out for drinks. It's me, her cousin, not her cousin, but her friend, her bestie, so to speak, and her bestie's friend. So it wasn't her bestie, it was a bestie's cousin. So we go out for drinks. We having a good time, understand me? And her bestie's cousin was kind of, choosing a little bit, understand me? Because I got the new Freind frame now. I'm coming through here, what I'm saying? Big thing, pop, little thing, stop. I'm talking about drizzle, understand me? Basically, long story short, by the end of the night, her bestie's cousin was on me like white on rice, understand me? I was on her, or whatever you can call it what you want to. But Miss Freind Zone peeped all that, understand me? So right with me and best friend's cousin about to go upstairs and come up into the congregation couch, understand me? All of a sudden, Miss Freind Zone texts me, I'm horny AF, understand me? Come over, understand me? Out the blue, right? Hey, I ain't pressured you. I ain't asked them about it. I ain't said, hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to shoot at it. All I did was act more like a man. So I went from being in the friend zone for 4 years to this friend zone and her bestie's cousin trying to pounce on me at the same time, at the same night. Understand me? So I played, new bestie to the left, understand me? I tried to circle back around. We ended up being a whole bunch of drama. They all played the victim the next day. Oh, you trying to get at my cousin? You trying to get my friend's cousin and shit with me? But yeah, whatever. I ain't hitting it that night. And they probably to play the victim. It's another whole other can of worms about that situation where they are in none of these individuals in any situation to come at me because they smashing and passing the same dudes and whatnot. But that's a whole nother can of worms. I ain't got to go into details on that. But all I'm saying, sir, is that yes, you can escape, but you have to disengage for a minute. Go make some improvements. Come back around. If you don't reach out to her, she'll come back. They always come back. Do some self-improvement. She'll come back. And then when she come back, then you put that new game on and she'll come through and she'll be telling you texts like, I'm horny in the middle of the night. This is what it is. True story. All right. Next topic. Is the friend zone mentally or physically limiting? Understand me? I think it's a little of both. Now, I think every woman has a quote unquote type. But you're never going to be in this bad spot with money and muscles, understand me? A pimp over here, I can be in a little bit better shape, understand me? I'm working on it. The Lord ain't doing me yet. Understand? I'm going to put that work in, understand me? So I'm trying to be around with my top off in my car and on my shirt, understand? You all see this pimp topless, understand me? On the ride and on my hide, understand me? So in order to do that, I got to do a little work, understand me? I'm going to get it done. It must be done. But women do have a certain type. But a man's body and looks aren't as important as his ability to be a man. You can compensate for not having the best body with way more masculinity. Because if a dude out here he can be built like Hercules or a model of GQ, but if he ain't got the kind of frame he need to have, that dude who built like, you know what I'm saying, Rick Ross before he lost the weight, he'll be more motivated to pull this girl than the dude who look like GQ. It's like a subconscious level. A man's body is not as important. Not to say you need to be out here sloppy, understand me? You definitely are putting yourself at disadvantage if you don't keep yourself in some kind of good shape. But a man's ability to be a leader and have frame, that's way more important than any kind of physique ever will be. But like I said, every woman got her own type. But I ain't never seen a woman turn down, even the quote unquote alpha females. I ain't seen none of them turn down pure frame when it come down to sexual attraction. They all attracted to that. But if you look the part and you don't sound the part, you don't move the part, you ain't putting off the right energy, you gonna lose it, dog. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many muscles you got. I've seen it happen personally. I know people personally who got great bodies, great personalities, all that. They women got bored and they left them for a dude who ain't got no muscles. For a dude who takes sideways selfies. I'm telling you, man. It ain't all physical and it ain't all mental. It's both. You need to be fine-tuned. You need to be a warrior in all aspects as a man. You need to be smart and strong and financially blessed. You need to have all that. And if you ain't got all of it, you need to be working on getting all of it forever. Until you die, sir, you got work to do. That's just the hardship of being a man. We want to accept all the good things that come being a man. You gotta accept the bad part too. And the bad part about being a man is you gotta work. Your value is earned. A woman's value is given to her at birth. You gotta earn yours, sir. That's just what it is. Understanding polarity is only currency you really need, mentally, physically, or otherwise. Yep. And that's even dealing with same-sex relationships. Even when I deal with like co-workers and stuff, right? You have to learn how to process people. I wouldn't get where I am. I am a country guy growing up in Tyler, Texas, in a leaky trailer home. I currently work in corporate America in a very diverse environment. To the point to where if you come in there acting like a nigger, they will get rid of you immediately. You won't even get to the door. But I am able to move how I move, talk how I talk, have a little swag, come up here and give y'all this game, and still be in a corporate office in my cubicle, solving problems as a network engineer. You got to learn how to be malleable. You got to be a chameleon. Not to say that you're losing your frame or I'm the same person everywhere I go. I just understand the language I got to speak when I'm in an environment. If you understand, you get it. If you don't get it, then you probably gonna be a broke person or working for somebody else for your whole life. That's just what it is. The person who gets paid the most is rarely the smartest person in the room. It's usually the person who's best with people. And this life thing, it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. You know how you learn about people? Be a more useful person. Be a more likable person. Be somebody wants to hang out with. Then you go have a bunch of friends. Then you have a bunch of contacts. Then you have a bunch of people willing to give you a job and give you a chance. I got where I am because somebody was willing to give me a chance. That's really what it was. This life ain't that hard, man. We make it way harder than it has to be. Next topic. Can the friend zone be useful? For the woman, absolutely, boy. She winning. Like I said, there's a whole industry built off the friend zone. OnlyFans is the ultimate friend zone. IG models have millions of men in the friend zone. Millions. millions of them, and they're getting paid millions of dollars from those millions of men in the friend zone. So for women, useful beyond all measure. Unfortunately, I think it's a limiting factor. The more men a woman has in the friend zone, the harder it is for her to get the man she really wants, because she's never going to be in a position or have the thought process that she needs to change anything about herself personally, because she has way too many men telling her she's right. Every man she meet go tell her she's right. Most of the time. Until she run into a dude like me and don't know what to do. She ain't gonna know what to say. The only thing I'm gonna hit her with is every time she come to me talking about some nonsense, I'm gonna be like,
these nuts. Got him.
I ain't got nothing else to say to you, baby. Keep moving. Understand me? It's unfortunate, baby. That's why I can't be engaging with you like that with all this malarkey. You have been tainted, and you're gonna continue to do this until, well, like, especially if you're a melanated lady, you're gonna be able to continue this friend zone malarkey well into your 40s. I say this. I did a speaking engagement. Actually, I'll say that for later because I think I got something to say about the boys. But basically, for women, the friend zone is very useful. For men, it's probably it is the bane of your existence. You don't want to be there ever. Never in life is that where you want to be. Now, men and women can be friends in like work environments. Like, of course, y'all got to assimilate together to get stuff done. But within the context of a romantic relationship, men and women ain't designed to be friends. Friends is only for work. Business partners, co-workers, like that. Y'all call each other friends. I don't have an issue with that. Guess y'all gotta do that to a certain extent for the whole corporate America aspects. But as far as actually processing that men and women are friends at all whatsoever, no sir, no way, no how. Understand me? That's a road to HELL with gasoline draws on, because you're gonna be doing all this stuff in anticipation where no woman should be doing any kind of tick for tack for you. You shouldn't be having transactional relationships with women. She should be doing everything she does because she wants to work for you and she wants to stay being a part of the business of you. And if she don't want to do that, then you just let her go, man. It's okay. If you're a good enough guy, somebody else that wants to do the job will find you. That's just how it goes, man. Keep it stepping. Don't lose no sleep over it. Life will go on. Like, this is the part we're getting to by me talking to some kids. So, another story time. Another story time, right? So, I did a speaking engagement not too long ago. Talking to some disenfranchised youth. Some young guys that kind of battering luck, understand me? They may have been in foster care. They may have had some issues with, just behavior or whatever. Whatever the case, there's some guys in the bad spot. They need like a mentor, quote unquote, to speak to them. So I'm at the engagement. And one of my topics and one of my talking points is I asked the guys, not in this capacity, it wasn't this drawn out, but we only had 15 minutes to talk. I basically asked, and these are all high school or at least middle school and older kids, right? And I asked them, like, what do y'all know about the friend zone? Do y'all know what the friend zone is? A couple of them raised their hands. And they said, yeah, I know what it is. Okay, cool. Like, how do you feel about it? Do y'all want to be there? It's like, no, I don't want to be in the friend zone. And I advised them, yeah, and I pretty much gave them the same advice I'm giving y'all on the show tonight. But the crazy part about it was an old dude in the back, man. He looked like Grady off of Sanford and Son. This was so funny, man. He was in the back of the room, and like everybody else was just, being respectful of the speakers and stuff. And he didn't interrupt nobody else that spoke, right? They struck a nerve on him when I said you don't want to be in the friend zone. That old dude was like, "Oh, I've been in the friend zone for 30 years." I was like, sir, Sir, I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, bless his heart. This dude right here. I was like, man, this is a crazy situation. Like, man, I've never seen somebody really just that adamant about defending that. And all I could think when I heard him say that was like, he was kind of beat down. I could tell he like tended to the land. He was at a church, and he's like a lifelong bachelor, a lifelong janitor or something. That's been his body of work. I'm like, he really wanted to argue with me that point. Go, ain't nothing wrong with being friends. Ain't nothing wrong with being in the friend zone. I've been in the friend zone for 30 years. I was like, well, sir, it shows. It shows that you've been in the friend zone for 30 years. You're in the back of the class, interrupting the speaker that's volunteering to come help some young men out. And you decide right now, in the middle of my talking, in the middle of my speech, quote unquote, was the right time for you to blurt out that you could have put me to the side, sir. But that was that non-masculine frame. An old man, old enough to be my father, literally exposed himself for volunteering for the friend zone and was proud of it. But he's one example of many. So what I advise to teach your son about it, saying what I'm teaching y'all about it. Don't do it. It's not to your benefit, son. Like the girls that like you. Don't be out here chasing women. And you might get some information like some men advise cold approaching. I'm not necessarily saying I'm for it. I'm not saying I'm kidding. If you need to go out there and approach people, you ain't got to necessarily approach women. Go out there and talk to people in general. Become more effective in speaking to people, not just women. I don't advise cold approach women. Cold approach and talk to everybody. Don't just make it an agenda to talk to women. If a woman is not giving you any kind of signs that she's interested in you, I don't advise you talking to her at all, because she's probably gonna treat you like a creep most of the time, especially if you acting weird. Just be normal, be cool, develop your ability to be stoic in most scenarios. That's what you need to work on. And you don't have to talk to a woman to accomplish that task. You can talk to anybody. Y'all I heard so hung up on women that you can't even process as being a human. Is there such thing as male and female friends? As I said, I kind of talked over this already. Within the constraints of a romantic relationship or just people who aren't working together, absolutely no. Somebody want to get down with somebody. Whether or not it's going down or not is a different story. And that can be on both sides. More times than not, it's the other way. It's the way where the man wants the woman, but the woman don't want the man. It's very rare it's the other way around. But there are rare occasions where it is the other way around. But whatever the case, God didn't design us to be male and women to be friends. Can you be friendly? Can you be cordial? Can y'all get stuff done without leading to sex? Absolutely. But if y'all stay along long enough and y'all hang around each other long enough, unless somebody's a part of the alphabet community, somebody gonna get down with somebody eventually. It's just what it's gonna be. Unless you simping hard. And when you simping hard, that just means she don't want you. That don't mean you don't want her. Most men will stay in that situation where they friends with a woman. And men ain't volunteering to be friends they're not attracted to. That's another thing. What man I heard talking about, I'm friends with a woman he don't like? None. Men lie about being friends with women all the time. It's a coward's path. He just want to hang around long enough for you to slip up and give him someone. That's really what he's doing. He's biting time. If we've really been honest. But that's just what we kind of do, man. That's just kind of what men do out here, trying to get themselves in a position to win, and all they're doing is taking L's, man. They out here sound like this. Not a wise decision, but men do it anyway. So, I'm just trying to give them game, get them on frame, understand me? So they can go through the lane, understand me? Win the game, understand me? But next topic. End of the day, nope, ain't no such thing as male female friends. Tell that to somebody who don't know better. Got a comment, hold on. Can a lion be friends with his prey? Don't think so. But in the dynamic of a lion, the lioness is a lion should not be looking for gazelles. Understand me? A lion should be looking for other lionesses. He's not looking to partner with a gazelle. He's looking to eat the gazelle. The gazelle ain't useful to the lion other than being food. So the lioness is the only thing that's useful for us trying to quote unquote build with. The lion ain't trying to build with the hyena. So a lot of problems is we got dudes I heard volunteering to be in the friend zone with a hyena. And when they meet a lioness, they don't even know how to lead the lioness because they've been so busy dealing with hyenas. Because a lioness needs leadership. A lioness needs direction. A lioness is ready to work with other lionesses to build the kingdom, understand me? But you can't do that when you've been dealing with hyenas your whole life. Understand me? That's how it goes. So no, you shouldn't be out here thirsty and hungry trying to eat your prey. You can't eat the lioness. And the only thing you're gonna do with the hyena is fight with her. You may not know you're fighting, but the hyenas be out here having y'all by the balls, man. And y'all ain't know it. The hyena got a real sneaky laugh on him. You don't even know it's out here that bad, man. You think it's, you know what I'm saying, okay because it make it look good. It sound good. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what you want. You want lionesses. And if you ain't a lion, you ain't gonna be handling a lioness. So you a little cub out here getting finessed. It's like Simba in the Lion King, man. He was out here getting finessed by them hyenas, man. Mufasa knew what was up. No, Mufasa knew what was up because he's the lion. That's why he knew. Own brother was a hater. It's so many symbols and stuff in these movies and stuff, man. You just gotta pay attention, man. So no. What was he at? Important in masculine. Hold on. Nope. Male, female friends. Yep. Here we go. This next top right here. How important is masculinity to avoid the friend zone? Understand me? This is your one key. This is your energy from God to accomplish everything in life. To include staying out the friend zone. Understand me? If you had your masculinity at all times, past, present, and the future, you would never be here in the first place. Understand me? Masculine men don't go to the friend zone. Ever. Not because they refuse to, but because they don't have to. A masculine man is always going to attract women to him to the point to where him being in the friend zone just doesn't even make sense because he has women already. He's in a position of abundance when dealing with women. So why would he even volunteer for it? And even if he wasn't in a position of abundance, because let's say he's focusing right now, he's on his grind, he's not dealing with women at all right now. And the only reason he's not having women around is because he's in a position of grinding. He's focused. He got stuff to get done. That's why. So in those scenarios, masculine men are choosing to disengage women. But there's never a scenario where a masculine man is in a drought of women. He always have women around. He can always have access to them whenever he get ready. That's just his life. That's just his reality. That is an energy derived outcome of him maintaining masculinity. It is inevitable. It is God-given birthright to go out here and slay the dragon, maintain his frame, and become a man that's worthy of, I don't even want to use the word submission, but worthy of getting whatever he wants from women that he chooses to deal with, because they will gladly give it to him because they feel he is worth working for. They feel he is worth being a part of his program, whatever that may be. because they trust his judgment, they trust his leadership, and they respect him. Respect is way more important than love when it comes to romantic relationships. And the only way a woman can respect a man is if this man maintains masculine frame 99.9% of the time. Will he have moments of weakness? Yeah, every now and then. But they are very rare. If a man's constantly crying, he constantly in his feelings, he constantly talking about he had a bad day or he going through it, women don't respect that, man. And on social media, they may actually co-sign it. They may co-sign all this soft mentality and all this soft behavior on social media. I guess somehow it makes them feel better about themselves to see another man in a state of weakness. But it never ends well for the man who's putting himself in a soft position. It's just the nature of life. So masculinity is your lifeblood for everything, to include staying out of the friend zone, understand me? What do young men think about the friend zone? So I kind of touched on that one already. Basically, like I said, I had a speaking engagement, and they kind of were, they're aware of it, but they really didn't see the detriment of being in it. Because I had one young guy, after the old dude interrupted me, and he had the most frame out of all the kids there. He kind of had a little game to him. Now, he was answering all the questions I had, and he actually kind of understood this game a little bit. Because I asked him a question like, what do you do whenever you got a girlfriend and she's acting up, she's acting kind of irate? And he gave a good answer, was just to ignore her, give her some space. I was like, hey, where you learn that from? He said, I had some uncles or whatever. Okay, cool. But when I asked him, okay, are you willing to be friends with a woman? Just for the sake, if you're romantically interested in her, he said, yeah. I was like, well, I don't recommend that, but he didn't have an issue with it. And the old dude in the back, he definitely, you need to be friends with her till you earn our trust or whatever. Like, sir, you ain't gotta do all that, man. She'll trust you from the start if you come with the right frame, the right energy. Not saying that you can't take your time and get to know her, but it's never going to be anything quote unquote friendly other than just engage with each other in public. It's always going to be a little tension there, if that makes sense. It's never going to be straight up platonic friends where she's not interested in you and you're not interested in her. And if you're interested in her, you should not be approaching the scenario as I'm just your friend. You're actually lying to her and yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure, sir. So, and he actually was a good example. Most boys are way out of bounds. They don't know where to start and where to begin and where to end with this friend zone thing. Young girls and boys are calling each other bro. Everybody call each other bro now. So there's definitely no sexual polarity going on. Hopefully they can trick on some of this content and learn the everyday ways and fix it. Next topic. What do women look for in men at an instinctive level? So this is kind of coincide with how you get into the friend zone in the first place. And the only thing that you have of value when it comes to engaging with a woman is your masculine energy. That's what women actually want from you when they say they want a good man. They don't really know how to verbalize it, because a lot of these women nowadays they didn't have a father or they had a simp father. So nobody ever taught them what the value of a man is. Only thing women really see as valuable for men nowadays is their ability to produce financially. They don't really care too much about his masculine frame. They care about his ability to do stuff for on a surface level. They care about, can he pay bills? And outside of that, they don't care about anything else. But even that's not valuable because we make your own money. So it's really a slippery slope. So women will say they value the same thing that they say they don't care about. It's crazy. Like in one stance, they'll say, I don't need a man's money. We'll also say, I'm not dealing with a dude who broke. See, this is the synopsis of the male-female dynamic and the hierarchy of this thing. See, a man's money is valuable because a man is prepared to give his money to his family, to take care of his wife and the kids, right? Whereas on the flip end, most women in today's modern society, if they have a significant level of income earning, they are not prepared to give all their money to the sake of taking care of a man. That's just not going on. So it's oxymoron. There's no way a woman should be proud of her ability to make money when she's not prepared to give all that money to a man. It literally has no value. But you have men out here trying to value a woman based on her ability to earn when she's not planning to give you none of that money. Your ability to earn, sir, is important because you prepared to give all that money to your in supporting your family. And a woman would do it when she's supporting just her kids by herself, but she ain't doing it to take care of no man. At least most women. I'm not saying there's not exceptions to the rule. And if you got enough masculine frame, one of the most masculine jobs is being a presidential, intellectual, maximum received. The real one, not what I am. Understand me? So that woman is giving them a pimp all her money, but that's a totally different dynamic. It may or may not be no children involved or other stuff, and that's a whole different scenario. But at an instinctive level, the currency you have for women is masculinity and the attention you provide with that masculinity. She will want to deal with you because you're the only man providing her any kind of masculine frame. Most men she deal with ain't giving her no kind of masculinity. That's why it's so valuable. Had another comment. My bad. Security. Yeah. So security kind of falls in line with that ability to provide financially. I've seen women will settle down for a guy who can provide at the end when they ain't, when they ain't got no more miles on when they got too many miles on the odometer, understand me? It's starting to wind down. They'll settle for the guy who, may not be the one to tickle her fancy, so to speak, but he at least he get the bills paid. And she'll be out here messing around with the dude she really like on the back end, understand me? That's a sad situation. It's all derived from volunteering to be in a friend. This men out here that's in the friend zone with their wife, man, believe it or not. That's a real scenario. That's how you might hear about a wife getting raped. She got raped by her husband because she got her husband in the friend zone. That's how that works. Should women continue to put men in friend zone? This is kind of like the question about if it's valuable. You gotta ask this question yourself, woman. How much? What do you value the most? Do you value being able to continuously get money and favors from men? Or do you value being able to have a family and stuff you can actually call your own one day? That's the question you got to ask when you ask this question. Another comment. You're not a friend zone, you're single 30 years. I guess you're referring to the old buddy in the back, man. Yeah, man, bless his heart. That dude right there, boy. He had it bad, man. He was happy about that friend zone, man. Yeah, but if she wants to, hey, this is the thing, right? I'm not knocking women for doing what they do. I'm not knocking the simp for staying in the friend zone. You just gotta understand the process where you at and understand the process. If that's what you want, you gotta make some adjustments. If you are a man and you see this live past, present, and future, and you check the blocks for some of these actions, you process it. I'm in the friend zone right now or in the future. You have to do what you need to do. And if that's not what you want, you need to do what you need to do to get up out of there. That includes disengaging, going to work on yourself, and then maybe if she circle back around, which like I said, they always come back. Then you're like a shiny new car to her, man. She's like, oh, what's something different about him? He didn't act like this last time. Yeah, she'll come off the draws, man. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, if y'all want to go to a relationship route or whatever you want to do, now y'all speaking a different game, man. Now you're not playing no more. They don't die. Hey, that is a true statement. So simps are actually out here. See, this is the thing, right? So simp men are the root cause of single parenthood because they weren't strong enough to either one two things happen. And I said I made a post on Facebook. The failure of a romantic relationship always falls on the man. So for one or two reasons, either he didn't have enough masculine frame and enough demeanor and enough wisdom to vet and choose the woman properly, or he was able to successfully get the woman, but then lost her because he didn't maintain frame long enough and often enough and consistent enough to keep her engaged to where she started to lose interest. And that's a scenario that happens more time than not. So you come into the scenario with not much masculinity, and a little bit of masculinity you have deteriorates over time because you trying to make her happy, or you subscribe to the happy wife, happy life scenario, and that never bodes well for you, sir. It never bodes well. You're gonna be up here. It's not a good spot for you, sir. And you don't want that, man. You don't want that. That ain't what you want, sir. So, let me see where we're at. So, should a woman continue to put a man in friend zone? Like I said, you gotta assess what you want, woman. If you want to keep having dudes on your team that you don't really see as your dream, thinking, hey, you're gonna be like Eartha Kitt out here. Eartha Kitt had a lovely life. She didn't have a family or nothing, but she had a lovely life nonetheless. So hey, you gotta measure what you want. You can be a strong, independent woman forever and continue to have guys in your friend zone, and you can still have an okay existence. But I don't think women want to do that. They just kind of. I don't think any woman that has that scenario going on really wants to be there. She just finds herself there over time, and it kind of is what it is. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy who kind of getting what he wants out of life. Speaks for the context of women. All right, so it's our second to last topic. So once you get out the friend zone, how do you stay out of it, man? And it's trying to coincide with the whole narrative of this whole channel. If you maintain your masculinity at all times, you will never have to worry about going back to the friend zone, because you'll start recognizing something. You'll correct yourself. You'll start noticing that you kind of off your frame a little bit, and you'll do the work you need to do to kind of get back on your frame. You know what I mean? Marcus, Eartha Kitt, boy. Bless her heart. That was a good role for her, man. But her and Grace Jones, man, real strong women, man. But they both died lonely deaths. It was strong though. They looked great on camera. That's their heart. That's their heart, man. But at one point in time, you have to measure and really assess what is it that you really want out of life, young ladies. What is you want out of life, young man? Once you got the friend zone, once you learn, because the only way you're gonna get out is you gotta learn how to get out. And if you were never where you was in there, why are you gonna do some work to get out? If you are okay with being there, why would you do anything or make any efforts to escape it? Because according to you at the time, excuse me, you don't think you're doing anything that's wrong. You're okay with that situation. I was too. I didn't know it any better, and I know the error of my ways now, but at the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I was okay with being the good guy. But once you assess that this ain't the place you really want to be, and you do the work to get out, all you gotta do is keep doing the work. You'll keep getting the results. Understand me? And that goes everything like that. That's just how life goes, man. When you do the work, you get the results, man. That's just how God designed planet Earth. And I'm so glad he did, man. Because if God wouldn't design Earth like that, we'd have too many idiots out here winning, which we still got idiots out here winning. But those people, even people who's on quote unquote winning scenarios, if they frame it right, their life's still in shambles. But I don't care how much money they got, I don't care how much frame they got. Just look at some of these celebrities out here dealing with the situations where their children don't even know which side of the fence they want to stand on, man. They children don't know if they want to wear a dress or wear a hairpiece. And I'm not here to say that a person can't be wherever they are, but pick a struggle and stay there, man. And you can see the whole demeanor of it all. It's like it's all the energy is all the way backwards, man. And maybe that's just how that man is. Maybe that's just how that woman is. But I refuse to believe that somebody's gonna be this off balance just for the sake of clout. It's a deep rooted, I want to say problem. It's just a deep rooted energy. You can't deny it. It's inevitable. The energy of these scenarios will reside true no matter how much money, acclaim, or fame you have. You can't escape it. And that's the real beauty of it, is that nobody can escape this energy. Everyone must pay the piper. So we're gonna get to our last topic, and we always want to end it with a little bit of biblical context. Let me try getting this word, man. I'm gonna Google right quick. What does the Bible say about men and women friends? Let's see what it says. I'm trying to find it, and I don't want to see it. It don't even say that about no men and women being friends. That's the crazy part about this. I'm trying to find it. Y'all bear with me, church. It ain't even referenced. It's the first thing I ain't been able to find in here. 50 Bible verses about friendship between men and women. A man of many companions may come to ruin. I don't see nothing. Make no friendship with a man. Give me like, nope. This is crazy. There are 50 verses in this Bible right now. And I'm trying to look for a verse that says condones or speaks to men and women being friends. And there's not one verse in here. I ain't found one. I'm scrolling. I'm looking for it. If y'all can find it, let me know. And if y'all can find a verse in there that says something about men and women, y'all look for me. Y'all look and see if y'all find a Bible verse that says anything about men and women being friends. I didn't even know. See, this is the crazy part about it. And I'm gonna scroll through all this to see. Man, it's 50 verses. None of them say anything about men and women being friends. This what this means is, church, is that a man and a woman trying to be friends within the context of a Bible is so irrelevant that it's not even mentioned. So that is a sin in and of itself. It's such irrelevant topic. It's such an irrelevant notion that the word of God don't even talk about it. It's assumed our silly selves understand that that's not a reality. Lord have mercy. Cup runneth over, church. On that note, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I try to give y'all a verse or two about it, and it ain't no verses in here about it because it don't exist. Ain't no such thing as male female friends. The word say so, but the word said it without saying it. Understand me? Because there ain't no Bible verses to reference it. Look at God. I didn't even know that, man. You know, I read the Bible a lot as a kid, back and front. But I never knew that the word don't even reference. It don't even talk about male female friends. Ain't no verses in the Bible to reference that. So if y'all can keep arguing with yourselves about this, ain't no such thing as male female friends because the Bible said it don't exist because it ain't in here. What y'all talking about, man? So we go close it on that, man. I got a little hype, man. That fired me up a little bit, man. The fact that the word don't even mention male, female friends. It don't exist. It is an anomaly. It is a figment of your imagination. We made it up. So we gonna get up out of here, church, man. It was a good conversation, man. I appreciate y'all staying with me all the way through it, understand me? Not sure what the next topic is. Hey, I hope y'all appreciate the first time coming through with K-Shanae. We go get her back on the couch, understand me? We go try to get her straight and narrow, understand me? She trying to get her, hey, man, if you see her on here, man, you want to shoot your shot, Playboy, man, ain't go shoot at her, man. She looking for a good man, understand me? Not to say she actively thirsty, but hey, she trying to find a man who actually got a little more masculinity towards it. And she understands in order to accomplish that task, she got to be a lot more feminine, understand me? So we happen to do that. That's what her show is about. It's called the rehabilitation of the alpha female. It's not to throw shun at the woman who's more masculine. It's just to bring awareness that, hey, young lady, if you want a man that you can respect, you got to be more feminine. That's just what it is. It's not to say there's anything wrong with you in your natural state, but maybe your natural state isn't getting you what you want to get. The same way how a man's natural state to want to be the nice guy, want to be putting himself in the friend zone, maybe it ain't the right path to get what you want, sir. That's all it is. It's just advice, man. With that said, man, we gonna close it on out, baby. I didn't really hit enough many of my butts, man, but I like this one right here, man. Like this one right here. I think on that hype, man, when I was hyped talking about the Lord, don't even references male and female friends, it's not even in the Bible. All right, church. We're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm done playing with y'all tonight, man. I hope y'all appreciate the work. I hope, the biggest thing, and I hope y'all can understand, is that the Bible don't even reference male, female friends. It don't exist. Ain't no such thing. That's how irrelevant it is. We got a couple more comments. Not one scripture. I was looking hard too, man. I looked for like about 5 minutes. If you can find it, find it. Timothy 2:12. Let me see what that will say. Somebody find me them verses that talk about male and female friends. I'm trying to see them. I didn't even know they wasn't even in there. It's crazy how I thought it was gonna say something, but it didn't say nothing. It's like it's an anomaly. Let's see. First Timothy. This is crazy. The word will provide, y'all. The word will provide. Understand me? Oh yeah, everybody seen that one. I know that's one you talking about, Mills. Yeah. 2 Timothy 12. Understand me? But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. Understand me? Hush up, woman. Understand me? And I don't mean no harm with that. So we already just kind of discussed. Femininity is not about being a robot, young ladies. I don't mean no harm when I say that. It's about being silent while a man is speaking. Even if you think he's a feminine man, you should be in your feminine state regardless. You shouldn't be worried about if he's masculine or not. You should be in your feminine state, whether he's in a masculine state or feminine state. You are the one who's going to reap the benefits of being your proper frame, and he's the one who's going to reap the destruction of being in improper frame. Don't worry about the fact that he ain't masculine. You ain't dating him, and if you're a feminine woman, you never will date him. You're not going to date a feminine man. You never find yourself in that scenario. The same way a masculine man is not going to be dating a masculine woman. It just ain't going to happen. And as I said, the word of God didn't say nothing about no man and woman being friends. It ain't in there. So if you see somebody here talking about men and women can be friends, tell them the word of God said, I'm going to tell you what the word of God says this. Oh, no. Oh, no. I got copyright strike last time. I gotta cut it off quick. You know what I'm saying? The word of God says this. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, I fucked it up. Turn it off. They made me cut the video last time. I might get copyrighted again. I'll tell you 2 times. But I gotta go back and do some edit. I didn't have time to cut it down. But hey, church, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's been fun. We found out tonight, children, that the word of God don't even talk about friendship. It ain't in here. So I get up out of here, y'all, man. Had a good night, baby. Y'all take care, baby. Survival the Simp, holler the pimp, like, subscribe, share, understand me. Get this game out here, get this word out here. We trying to say the word, baby. One live at a time, one video at a time, one sit down at a time. Hey, baby, survival the Simp, holler the pimp, baby.